Okay, so apparently the Daily Wire has released this edgy comedy making fun of trans athletes and probably a bunch of other marginalized communities that's coming out on their Daily Wire streaming service that they're trying really hard to get customers to sign up for. And I haven't watched the trailer yet, but someone shared it with me and they're like, you need to watch this. It's really stupid. So we're going to watch it together. And there is a high probability that they will claim this trailer, whether it be the music or whatever. So we're going to watch the trailer. I'm going to make comments while I'm watching it, but then I'm going to save the majority of my commentary for after the trailer. So if you click on this video and the trailer has been removed, just know that is the reason why. And you can hear what I have to say about it, even if the trailer is gone. But I will link the trailer in the info box in the description in case you want to go check it out. But let's go ahead and watch this trailer for this movie and see what it is. It's called Lady Ballers. And again, it's a Daily Wire original. It's like a 3-minute trailer. Let's just see how awful this is. I have no idea, but the pictures I've seen look really bad. So here we go. Let's check it out, see what we're in for.
In a world where women's sports is being transformed, the Daily Wire calls foul with the most triggering comedy of the year.
Triggering? Doesn't this trigger them? Isn't how this all started like they were triggered by trans women and trans men in sports? I mean, that's what triggered them. That's the whole. Okay.
Guys, this is serious. Sports can be your pathway to a better life.
Well, like yours?
Please don't steal my catalytic converter again. Winning matters. It's the key ingredient in becoming a winner.
Maybe you should try it sometime. Are you gonna move?
I am not.
Yeah, okay. So like I said, I mean, it's not just the idea of trans women competing in sports. It's also just anti-queer. I mean, this is on brand for them. Not super shocked.
Let's cut to the chase. I know you're not a woman.
Hey, you don't know how he identifies.
If you can beat them,
What do you know about the U.S. Opens for the Global Games?
You want us to compete as women. $5,000 prizes.
My lover says you're a great coach back.
Wait a minute. Is that Matt Walsh? Huh. All right. Have some thoughts on all this. We'll talk about it after we watch this trailer.
Lover says you were a great coach back in the day.
join
This is the way the world is now. My 8-year-old daughter told me all about it. So a guy can become a girl with no physical changes at all.
Oh, that's called gender fluid.
So I can be a woman on the court and a man in the bedroom. I can't believe it. Nice.
You mean when you're sleeping?
Yes.
Coach, Alex, we could play basketball.
We have to get the whole team back together.
It's time
We're in.
I'm in. I'm in.
to play.
What's interesting to me is this movie is their fantasy. Like they fantasize about this idea that men are joining sports dressed in drag to compete and win. This isn't actually happening. This is just something they've made up in their mind. And so they've decided to make a movie about it. I'm not totally understanding. Okay, here we go.
Lady Ballers. Man up.
Like a girl.
That's right. I'm with her. I'm in my truth. This is my truth.
Pro heroes.
Day one of being a girl athlete. I love.
I also think it's funny that they somehow don't have an issue making money off of like drag queens, gay people, trans people. It seems like they don't have an issue with making money off of this content. Like, I'm not talking about their normal, like sitting at a desk talking about it. I mean, like literally creating art about these things and making money off of. They don't seem to have an ethical issue with that, which kind of is confusing to me in a lot of ways, but I'll save all that for after the trailer, because if any of this gets cut out, I want to be able to talk about it without losing it.
Yeah, girl.
To sheroes.
We could dominate every woman's sport. Running, swimming, soccer. I said sport, Felix! It's ladies basketball, boys. Nobody watches.
Excuse me. Are these seats open?
Never mind.
Also, it's very telling that they want to act like this is a political thing, and that for some reason, you know, progressive liberal people are so wrapped up in all this idea that like the trans gay stuff is all political. But whenever I see them make a project like this, they always have politicians in it. Always. Politicians line up to get in this like anti-trans culture war stuff, which this movie was probably made back when they thought this was going to be very like a big thing, and it ends up it's been a huge L for them. So anyway,
Getting dunks. And tucking trunks.
No, she didn't. That's the biggest I've ever seen on a lady.
I don't care.
Lady ball.
Ben Shapiro.
One can even be trans age now, which provides Sheelix with a wonderful opportunity to relive all the experiences that she missed out on in school.
Streaming exclusively on Daily Wire Plus December 1st.
All right, so now that we're through that, I want to talk a little bit about it. Let's see if you're watching the video now and the trailer's gone, just know that the reason why is they claimed it. Can't do much about that. And let's remove this from here. All right, so that is Lady Ballers from Daily Wire, which they say it's triggering for people, even though they're the ones that were so triggered by it. They made an entire movie about trans athletes. So it's really weird for them to like go, you're going to be triggered by this, when they made this entire film out of spite. This entire film is a project made out of spite for people, which is really weird. Not off brand for them, but really weird. The other thing is that the idea of politicians just showing up in this kind of content, even though they claim that they don't want politics in anything, and that progressives and liberals always are connected to politics, even though you don't just see random politicians showing up in every single thing that is made from a progressive point of view. But for some reason with this stuff, Daily Wire stuff, it's always either a pundit or a politician showing up in it. The fact that Matt Walsh was in it, and what was it, Ben Shapiro, there's probably a few others that I missed. I'm not going to go back and watch it though. But the fact that even happens is so weird to me. Also, it's funny to me that they act as if this issue is such a serious matter. You know what I mean? Like if you watch their videos on it, it's very somber. They're very much like, this is the problem. Trans people are, coming after XYZ. Gay people are predators, blah, 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 this, that. Like this is their angle on it. But clearly not scary enough for them to make an entire comedy around it and use it to advertise their streaming platform. So I guess the issue isn't that these things are scary. It's that it's something that they don't have control over. They don't have control over trans people. They don't have control over gay people. They don't have control over non-binary people. They don't have control over any of these marginalized communities. So in order for them to take that power away from those communities, they make something like this, which I think just speaks volumes. Also, they talk about how dressing in drag and trans people and stuff like that is dangerous for kids, but then they clearly have children in the movie around that kind of stuff. So I guess the problem isn't drag and it isn't trans people. It's the fact that it's not coming from straight people. It's not coming from cisgender people. That's the problem. So drag would be acceptable if it is straight cis men doing it, right? So then it's acceptable. Then it's funny. Then it's appropriate for children. But when it's a gay person or a trans person engaging in that kind of art, then that's no longer acceptable. So it's just this weird situation where this movie, this trailer for this movie, tells me once again, and I've been saying this for a while, that they don't truly believe any of the stuff that they're saying. They don't believe that gay people are a threat to families or whatever. They don't believe trans people are a threat to sports. They don't believe any of this stuff. It is literally for them to make money. And this movie, although they claim it's triggering people, it doesn't really trigger me. It looks like a really bad, like, American Pie type movie, right? It looks like something from like Will Ferrell. It just doesn't look very good. But the fact is that they act like it's triggering people when they were the ones so triggered that they made this entire movie in the first place. So Grifter's gonna grift, I guess. I don't think Daily Wire they're not even self-aware enough to know how dumb this looks for them. Anyway, what do you think of this? Leave it in the comments down below, and I'll talk to you in the next video.